What's up, guys? Tucker Singer, S&S Smithing. We're back in the forge. Today we're working with horseshoes. Let's talk about it. Alright, so we've got our horseshoes running in the forge, heating up there. So what our plan for the day is today, we're going to make some horseshoe hearts, but let's try to step it up a little bit instead of just curving in the tops or horse heads. I want to draw out the end of each shoe there. After we open it up, I'm going to draw them out a fair bit. Then we're going to twist them together with two opposite facing scrolls on the ends, and then curve it back in, and then close up to kind of give it a little more intricate style of a heart. So she's warming up. I'll come back and see you at the anvil when we open her up. Alright, I had to resize my tongs a little bit. These are smaller than the last shoes I worked with, so kept dropping her. But we're going to straighten her out a bit. Straighten these out a bit more so we can draw out our ends here. Alrighty, now we're just going to start drawing that out off of the horn of the anvil here. So yeah, we're going to pull that out to a long little taper there. Scroll the end and do the same on the other side here. We've got most of our length here. I just want to do maybe one or two more heats just stretching her out. Then we're going to round it up a bit. Not fully round, but take off the hard corners. We'll scroll back our end here. And then we'll do the same to the other side. That'll pretty much do it on our length there. I got a little bit of a swell right there to take care of, smooth that out. Then we're just going to knock down the corners, throw our scroll on there, and hop over to this side here. Alright, well, we're drawn out and we're rounded up-ish. So next thing, I'm just going to throw her off the edge of the anvil here, throw a little scroll on the end, then we'll kind of bend this side out of the way a little bit better so I can work this side a little easier. Alright, so we're just going to curl it down and away from our main body of the shoe here. So just kind of nice and light, kind of throw that in. got our little scrolled end. Now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and start drawing out that other side over here. This out of the way here. Like so. Now I can work on this side a little bit easier. One quick thing, I don't know if a lot of you guys noticed, as I forge this has a real good tendency to want to twist. And a big part of that is if you look on the inner curve of our shoes here, there's a nice chamfered, like a beveled edge, that goes probably about a third of the way down. So as you're forging, there's a slighter one on the back side here, but as you're forging it, that's going to want to make your material roll one way or the other, or just kind of upset unevenly. So just kind of watch it. You're going to have to do a lot of back and forth with this. Alrighty, so we drawn out our other side here, close enough to the same length that I'm happy with. Lastly, I just gotta do our scroll on this side, and then we're going to forge out our middle so we can fold over our heart, and then we'll twist these together, and then we'll shape the actual heart shape after that. But quick point of note, whenever you guys want to knock down your sharp corners from forging, try to do it at a low heat. You can even do a little bit of the planishing on the great heat, because if it's hot and you start doing that, you're just going to start flattening it and twist up your bar, and it's going to look like it got mangled. So one more heat, we'll do our scroll here, and then we'll start working on the middle. Alrighty guys, so there's our other scroll. Next thing we're going to do here is we're going to hang our center of our shoe over the anvil here. And we're going to crush that down a bit, as close to center as we can get it. Thin that out. That way it gives us a cleaner transition whenever we fold this over to draw out the point of our heart. So we've gotten our first notch set in there. Now that we got a spot marked off, we'll clean up our mushroomed edges a little bit here. I'll take the cross beam, forge out our space a little bit better, and that'll do it. Alrighty. We've got the center of our shoe thinned out there. Now we're going to fold it over, get a good nice heat on her, and just fold it over, tighten that up. We'll straighten out our tines here. We'll get them straightened out nice, and then we're going to twist them, fold them back in, and then shape the arches for our heart. Alrighty guys, so we have our tines straightened back out then. Now we're just going to squish out our back end here, close it up nice and tight, draw it out to a point. Then we'll twist our tines here together, make sure the scrolls are facing opposite ways, and then we'll twist it back down into the center of our heart, and then we'll shape up the top arches. So guys, on this next heat, you see we got it close together. In the next heat, I'm just going to cool off that tip that we just brought together, open back out our sides there, so that way they're not crossing over anymore, open them up and then refine our tip, and then we'll start working on our tines and then our arches. Everything open back up. Now I can pinch together my tines here. We'll take it to the vise, twist her up, and then fold it back down in the center. Alrighty, so I'm going to give her a squish in the vise, right back up here, and then grab it here, and then we'll twist it, and then we'll fold it back down into here. Alrighty, so we have our twist in there. Next thing we're going to do is we're just going to fold her back down inside here. We're going to open that up a little bit, fold her back down inside, and then clean up our shape overall, our profile, and then she's pretty much done at that point. We got that part. Now we'll just kind of tap that down in a little deeper, work on our arches here over the horn, pretty it all up all around, and then she's done. Alrighty guys, there is our horseshoe heart. It's a little lopsided, but it kind of gives it a little bit of character in a way, I think, on this one. Kind of like Nightmare Before Christmas vibes off of it, in a way. But we didn't collapse most of our holes on the side, so it still looks like your horseshoe. We got our twist in the center. We pinched out the bottom of our heart. We have nice, clean arches there. So, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to sit here, scrub this down real quick, let it heat up one more again, scrub it down with the wire brush real good, and then we're going to wax it after that. I'm going to have her on a low temp here, enough to like I can scrub off a lot of this scale without forming a whole lot of new stuff here. scaled. Next thing we're going to do is wax her up. So now that she's warmed up, I'll go ahead and start waxing it. I'm just using paste wax here. Warmed it up a little bit above the forge because it's pretty cold out here. Still a little, let her cool off a bit because she's still a little warm. You don't want it to where it just singes off the wax like that. You want it to kind of cool off to a point to where everything just kind of starts soaking in and baking on. Make sure you wipe up all the excess there. There she is. Once she cools off enough for me to handle, we'll get a better look at it. Alrighty guys, so here's our horseshoe heart. We have our little twisty loop down the center there. You can still see our holes and fullers for nailing on the shoe. There's the backside. Now what I usually do with these whenever I make different styles of these, like the horse head ones or just standard hearts, I have a big old thing of like baling twine. The polyurethane kind is like a orange. And I'll weave that through each of the holes, have a knot on the back, and I'll use that for hanging it on the wall. Or you could drill out the holes a little bit so people just screw it, or have it just kind of a little place set on the table. But yeah guys, that's it. Alrighty guys, so S&S Smithing here. We did our horseshoe hearts. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, share. Let me know what you thought, or different styles that you do, or different things you'd like to see with horseshoes. I have a whole bunch of them. I do different things. I'm thinking about doing some like knives and bottle openers and stuff here soon too. But here's a little more intricate horseshoe heart than what we may have seen in the past on some other channels. So simple enough, a little bit more effort, but has a bit more character to it. Alright guys, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and remember, forge your fate.